Hello and welcome everyone. I am Daniel Heine, a fourth and final year student at GMIT Letterfrack on the Level 8 Bachelor of Honours degree in Furniture and Wood Technology. This tutorial package, which was set up as part of my major project, will help convey the fundamental principles of a range of advanced Inventor features that have been released. To find out more about GMIT Letterfrack, visit the webpage linked below or follow the college on Facebook or Twitter at GMIT Letterfrack. This is the first video of a suite of tutorials which, through the aid of creating a little drinks cabinet, help to set up and go through the processes of using new Inventor tools, iMates, iFeatures, iParts and possibly forms. Firstly, let's take a look at iParts. iParts, Inventor iParts. Most designers have parts that differ by size, material or other variables, although the same design works in many models. You can create these designs as iParts and then use them for one or more of these variations within the one iPart. This is basically a master part with many variables attached to it. This short tutorial will give an overview of the functionality of iParts, discuss how to set up and apply a basic iPart, show the capabilities of iParts in the furniture and wood product industry. The next tutorial will show some of the possibilities with advanced iParts. So let's begin. We'll go to your part, open up a part and go create a new sketch on the XY plane. And just for handiest, we'll go start from a line and we'll go from the origin. Your screen, go up. And we're going to name this part so it comes up in your parameters. We're going to call it handle underscore width. That's going to be equal to 25 mil. Then go perpendicular to that, and we're going to call this handle underscore length. That's going to be equal to 100. Press enter. And just draw a line straight down. Let me. There. And it's just going to dimension this. And that is equal to this one. And that's our fully constrained. That's your first part. We also want to just drag this fella across. Never mind. We're going to create a fillet on the corners, and we're going to have this as the handle underscore fillet, and it's going to be equal to 8 mil. I'll do the same for here. Close that. Now we're going to finish that sketch. That's your first sketch done, and we're going to rename the sketch so we can use it again. We're going to call it handle underscore sketch. We want to do a new sketch on the bottom plane of the line, which is down near the origin, and it's the XZ plane, and we're just going to create a circle on the origin, bring it out, and we're going to call this handle thickness. Let that equal to 10. And you can finish that sketch then, and then sweep that. It selects the profile because it's the only one with an enclosed area, and you hit the path, and then it'll create your handle. And it's on you solid, and you just click OK, and that's your handle created. Now we want to go across to the sweep, and the sketch to be named earlier, we're going to right click it and share the sketch so we can use the sketch again. We're going to suppress the sweep here that we created just a second ago and do a new sketch on the bottom plane again. This time we're going to create a rectangle, 2-point center rectangle from the origin, drag it out, and then you can dimension this afterwards. We're going to dimension it now, just bring it out, and we have this thickness, handle thickness set up. Just click the right arrow and do the same for that side, so it's square. Finish that sketch. I'm going to do the same again and just sweep it around that line, and this time just click a new solid and click OK. Now that's the second handle, and this time we're going to do the same again. We're going to suppress the features, and we're going to create a new one, and we're going to go on the XZ plane again. This time we want to create an ellipse. Just go from the origin, drag it up, and drag it out, and then you have to dimension that afterwards, so we're going to dimension it. For an ellipse, it's half of, to get the full diameter, it's the radius, so we have to create this. We're going to use the same parameter. We're going to go handle thickness, but we're going to divide it by 2, so it's going to be 5. 5 by 2. Click enter, and then we're going to do the same again for here. Get this fella to light up, and this is going to be ellipse width. Let that equal to 2.5. Perfect. Okay, you can finish that sketch and sweep it again, and then the area pops up again, and you can hit the sweep path and then create a new solid again. Make sure you hit that little new solid by that box. Click OK. So that's your 3 sweeps set up. Next thing we want to do is rename our sweeps. So the first sweep was a circular sweep, so we're going to go circle. The second sweep was a square, so we're just going to call it square. And the third sweep, we're going to call this one ellipse, just for handiness. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new solid, but we're going to draw. We don't really need this sketch here anymore, so we can turn the visibility off on it. We're going to create a new sketch on the XZ plane, which is the one that's flush with the bottom of the handle. And we're going to create a circle from the center point. And this is going to be, zoom in there a bit. This is going to be 4 mil. Yep, I'm going to call this dowel underscore width. And that's equal to 4 mil. Enter. Finish that sketch. Extrude that. New solid. We're going to go up the way, and it's going to go to a distance of, we'll actually use the parameter we created, which is dowel width. So it's only going to go up 4 mil. That's that done. I'm just going to check that now, just make sure we did a new solid with that. Yep, just make sure you did a new solid done. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on our XZ plane, turn on the visibility on it. And we're going to offset from that plane. So hit that plane and drag it out with your left click on your mouse key, and that's going to be a parameter of handle length. So it snaps into the middle of that ellipse, and click OK. And we want to create a mid plane between the 2 planes. So we want to mirror that little dowel fella there. So we want to create a mid plane, so we have to highlight the 2 planes, and it'll create one in the middle from this one here, mid plane between 2 planes. And we don't need these 2 planes here anymore, so we're just going to turn them off. Visibility, right click, visibility. Now, next thing we're going to do is mirror that little solid. So we want to go pattern solids, new solid, click the solid, include the works features, and mirror plane, and then just hit the mirror plane in the middle. That'll create your little solid here now in a second. Okay. And we're going to turn the visibility off on that. And that's your handle made up. Now, to create this as an iPart, we're going to go up to the Manage tab, go across to Create iPart. It might be a different than everybody else's if you have a different older version, but it's Create iPart. So create an iPart, and automatically it pops up a list of variables that we've already created and we can use. So we don't need really the handle width, the handle fill up. We don't really need that, so we can delete that column. Handle thickness, we might need that. Handle width or ellipse width, delete that column. Dowel width, we don't really need that either, and we need them too. Okay. So the first member we're going to use is going to be the circle underscore handle, and then the second one, that's okay. Member name has been modified, which will alter the file name of the member. Well, you know that because we're just after doing that. And we'll just click OK, and we just want to insert. We just want to insert as a suppression. So we're going to go up to the suppression up here in the top, your iPart order, and we just want to bring in the ellipse one because it didn't come in. Just bring in the ellipse. So then your ellipse is here by just hitting across that lad there. Okay. This here is computing the ellipse one, suppressing. That's because it's, as you can see here, it's already, the ellipse one is actually active at the moment, but we don't want the ellipse one active for the first one because we're after calling it a circle. So instead of writing in compute and suppress all the time, we can just write in using binary ones and binary zeros. You can just type in 0 to turn it off, 0 to turn it off, and 1 to activate the circle one. Okay. The next thing we want to do is go over to your over to the one and highlight the row, and then go insert, right click it, insert row, so that you're creating a new row. And we can do that actually twice. We're going to do that again. Right click, insert row, and the second one we're going to call this one square handle underscore handle. You can rename the parts as well, but it's generating them 1, 2, 3 at the moment anyway. And we have to name the part. I haven't saved the part, so that's why it's not coming up as, say, handle 01. Okay. So for the next one, we want to turn on the square. So we want 1 for square, 0 for the circle one, and 0 is already done for the ellipse. And for the last one, we're going to turn off the circle, so 0, and turn on the ellipse one, which is 1. Okay. Now, there's a lot of different possibilities here with iParts. You can put in your name, your author, or if you put in the title of the project, or the projects here, so you can go down and you click in the designer, the engineer, the estimated cost. All the different possibilities here with this. We'll look at some of them later on, but material, we'll do the material for now. Just highlight the material, click your material, left click, and then just bring it across. So it pops in down over here automatically. And for this, we're going to create material. So we want to create a material. We want to name material from the material box up here. There's loads of different materials here, and we're just going to name some of them here. So when we create our iParts, these materials automatically pop on. So the first one we're going to create is steel. The second one is silver. And our third one can be copper. Now, see, there's no errors there now, but if we want to rename one of these and we want to call it yellow, which is not actually in the material library, and we click enter, it'll actually pop up that saying this is an error. It'll highlight it. I know it's yellow, but this is not going to work because it's after highlighting saying this is wrong here, right? So we want to click one that's actually from the material library, and you have to spell everything right. So wood, space, bracket, maple, close bracket. That's one. So we'll just put in that there now. Wood, space, maple, close bracket. Enter, and of course there's no highlighting because it's okay. Okay, and I think that's okay. We'll just click OK like that. Now it's just generating your iParts. And the first one is a steel circular handle. Square one is silver, little dowels in the bottom. And your third one then is maple, which is there, and little circles in the bottom. 3 little cabinet hinges. And there's 3 different iParts. Oop, we didn't name the third one actually there. So go in and just name that there, just to finish it off. So elliptical underscore handle. Enter. That's okay. Click OK there, and now it's going to generate the name there. Now, here's your 3 iParts. And we're just going to go File, Save As, Handle, iPart. And it's saved there. Thanks for watching. This has been Daniel Heine on advanced Inventor features for my major project. Thanks a million.